Hello, my dear apprentices of mathematics. This is your coach, Mr. Magno. We are on module 6, lesson 7. Here we go. Now, this time around, we're going to go backwards. They gave us the coordinate pairs for lines. This is going to be line, it's called A through D, AD line. Okay, that's going to be the AD line, and this is going to be the line G J, G, J. Okay. And before we do anything else, we're going to look at something very important. We're going to look at patterns. What you do, you need to, this is very important and crucial for you to do. So when you're doing this activity, make sure you are doing this analyzing of your table. So if we look at this table right here, for point A, we have 0. The coordinate pairs are 0, 0. For point B, the coordinate pairs are 1, 1. For point C, the coordinate pairs are 2, 2. And for D, the coordinate pairs are 3, 3. Okay, now let's analyze each of the coordinates by themselves. X goes from 0, point B is 1, point C is 2, and point dx is 3. Notice that it's increasing by ones. And y is doing the same thing. It increases by 1. So x and y have the same value. So when x is 0, y is the same value. When x is 1, y has the same value. They're equal. When x is 2, y has the same value. And when x is 3, y has the same value, and this is only on line AD. Let's look at line GD. Okay, so on line GD we have x. X starts with 0, and then it goes into half. After half, it goes into 1. So half plus half equals 1. So now you see the pattern is increasing by half. And 1 plus half equals 1 and 1 half. So those are the 4 points for x. Now let's look at y. Y starts at 3. So it goes from G to H. It increases by half. Oh, look at this. It is also increasing by half. So 3 and a half plus half equals 4. And 4 plus 1 half equals 4 and 1 half. So y, the coordinate for y is increasing by halves. Now let's compare x and y. When x is 0, y is 3. And when x is half, y is 3 and 1 half. So y is 3 more than x. And up here too, when x is 0 and y is 3, y is 3 more than x. When x is 1, y is 4, then y is 3 more than x. And when j is 1 and 1 half, y is 4 and 1 half. So that means that y is 3 more than x. And we have the coordinate pairs right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to plot the points on this grid, on this coordinate plane. So we're going to do A. So it's 0, 0. 0, 0 is the origin. So if you pay attention, the origin is right here on the bottom. So that's the first dot. And this is A. And now we're going to do a point B. Point B, when x is 1, y is 1. So we're going to run to 1 and then jump to 1. So that's where they meet, right here. So this is point B. When C is going to be, when x is 2, y is 2. So x is 2, I'm going to run to 2 for the x. And I'm going to jump to 2. So it's going to be right here. That's where these two coordinate points meet. These two coordinates, the x and y meet. Let me label also. This is x and this is y. I forgot to label it. Okay, now, so on point, this is going to be point C. Now you can see the line is going now that way. So the line is, it's already presenting itself. It's going to be a diagonal. So when x is 3, y is 3. So when you run to 3 and then jump to 3, there you go. So that's the other one. And once we have that, we can draw the line. Let's choose a nice bright color. Okay, so that there's our line. Okay, and we're going to label the line. The line's name is AD. This is the AD line. I'm going to label here AD line. Now notice that this line will continue. Now if x is 5, then y is going to be 5. So that's going to be another point right here. And if you had 10 outside the grid, if you had x is 10, then y should be 10, and they are going to be part of this line as well, even though we don't see it. Okay, let's look at line GJ. Okay, point B, I'm going to use a different color. I'm going to use the blue color for this. Point GJ starts at x is 0, so here's x, and it's going to jump to 3. So it's going to jump to 3. Yeah, there you go. So this is going to be G for our next line. Let's look at H point. Starts at half. So if this is 0 and this is 1, half should be right here. So that's where X is going to be. And Y is going to be 3 and 1 half. So I'm going to jump to 3 and 1 half. And here is 3 and 1 half. Because remember, between 3 and 4, there is 3 and 1 half. And so we're going to move to point number I, to letter I. So X is 1, so I'm going to run to 1, which is right here. And Y is, I'm going to jump to 4. There is 4 right there. So that's where they both meet. Okay. Now, we're going to move on to point J, which is X. I'm going to run to 1 and 1 half. I'm going to run to 1 and 1 half. This is 1 and 1 half. And this is going to jump all the way up to 4 and 1 half. So 4 and 1 half would be right here. This is 4 and 1 half. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to create our line because we have all the points. Oh, and let me label the points. This is G, this is H, this point is I, and this is J. So let's make the line. Okay, so that is line G, this is line GJ. Okay, now on these lines there can be more points. There can be more points right here, but the numbers will change and the coordinates will change. So on this, if we continue this way, any number that we find on a number line, x, if it's x is 3, then y has to be 3 more. Remember, because the rule was here that the y was 3 more than x. So we can find other points right here. Just remember in the rule that y is 3 more than x. So if x is 5, then y is going to be 8, and they're going to meet right there. Okay. All right, my friends, watch this video. It's a little long, but it's worth it. Pay attention, listen, ask questions. I'm wishing you the best, and this is the best that I can give you as we do remote learning. Take care, my friends, and do always do your best, and be the best version of yourself today. Signing out, your coach, Mr. Mano.